The Breakfast Club.
We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get to the rumors. Let's talk Waka Flocka.
Listen up.
This just in. All the gossip. The Rumor Report. Gossip. With Angela Yee.
It's the Rumor Report.
The Breakfast Club.
Well, Waka Flocka is very upset, and I can't blame him, okay? This is a St. Louis radio personality who's on AM radio. His name is Bob Romanek, and he had some nasty things to say about Waka. This all started when Waka was performing, and he ended up wiping his behind with a Trump jersey during the concert. Now, according to Waka, the only reason he used that was because he was sweaty and gross, and somebody handed it to him. He said it didn't matter what type of T-shirt it was. It just happened to be a Trump T-shirt. And here's what Romanek had to say on his AM radio show in St. Louis.
Waka Flocka, he took a good crap on our president-elect shirt. And you think that Trump has done anything to this man? Trump will probably do more for this black than Obama's ever done for the proud black community. In my opinion, of course. Think about it. We're talking about Waka Flocka, that greasy black son of a bitch. But it says you should not flaunt your support for Donald Trump at a Waka Flocka show. Why not? I tell you what, you black bastard. Let me wear a Trump shirt and you grab it off me. You'll be the deadest son of a bitch walking around.
That's right. He dropped the N-word a couple of times.
Wow. Oh, see, you got to understand.
And oddly enough, he still has his job. He says he will not quit. And they have not fired him. And this is an AM radio station in St. Louis.
Let's be clear about
That's
one thing
crazy.
and one thing for sure.
What's that?
If you've never in your life heard what a cracker sound like, that's a cracker. That's a cracker-ass cracker right there.
Goodness gracious.
Jesus Christ.
Like, how is this okay? He says that he was justified in calling him the N-word because Waka Flocka had taken Donald Trump's jersey and used it to wipe his butt. And he's been defending this himself, and he's saying that proud white people use the N-word. They're patriots exercising their First Amendment rights.
No, proud cracker-ass crackers use the N-word in that manner.
That seems
okay.
so...
He said if you say cracker or honky to a white race, I won't get any heat. But let me say N-word one time. A black person can use the word and a white person can't. How discriminatory is that?
I mean...
That's his rationale.
But when black people use it amongst each other, they're using it as like a term of endearment. I don't use it in that way. I'd be like, boy, stay away from them N-words. But... You know, it's so people crazy. Who do. So that crack-ass cracker is trying to justify some BS right there.
Well, he's been using the word, and he's going to keep on using it, and he used it even more after this. Now, here's how Waka responded.
His show need to get shut the down, period. If his show don't get shut down, they'll let you know how far racism go in America. That anybody could get on the radio and say, black nigger, black nigger. So if I go on my radio interview and say, Muslim, all black people, this, that. I'm gonna go up to his show. I'm gonna show you how we handle. I'm not gonna call the cops. I'm gonna go to his show and see if I can get a personal interview. Let me see if he talk that rah-rah shit when I pull up.
Yes, he will. Because he probably is in a state where there's the stand your ground law.
He got a gun on him.
Okay.
Yeah.
He said, I'm not going to quit talking and saying what I want until they cut my tongue out and put me 6 foot under.
Who said that? That cracker?
Romanek, yes.
Oh, okay.
Crazy. I was just disgusted. I'm sorry, but it just really was disturbing. I saw your face, Envy, when you heard it, because I guess you hadn't heard it before.
No, I couldn't believe he really said it. I said, this is crazy.
All right, Charles Oakley has been banned from Madison Square Garden by the Knicks. He's not allowed to come there. Now, they said it's not necessarily a lifetime ban. They said we need to keep the garden safe for anybody who goes there. And they said, I understand he was a big star, but that doesn't excuse people from that type of behavior. Now, Dolan has also said that Charles Oakley has a problem with anger and he may have a problem with alcohol. We don't know. Charles Oakley's attorney said that they will deal with it in court. And Charles Oakley tweeted out, I love New York City. I love the Knicks. Thank you for all your love. I will be holding a press conference next week. Let's go, Knicks. So he said that last week. So I guess this week at some point he is going to hold a press conference. And Spike Lee was in the garden when all this went down. And he was actually wearing an Oakley jersey just recently. And he said, I'm not mad at any of the Knicks that showed up today. I stood up for everybody, gave them love, applauded. I stood up for everybody. So I'm happy to see them under better conditions. Yes, but I'm happy to see them regardless. But it just looks so obvious to me. I don't know. You got to ask the garden. I'm just happy to see these guys. So Spike Lee is also enraged that Charles Oakley was arrested and taken to jail.
Yeah, that was foul.
Yeah, very foul.
So we'll see what happens. And T.I. has even posted about it too.
I don't see how anybody would ever want to play for the Knicks organization ever
After
again.
that, that's
if I was a
disgusting.
free agent or if somebody traded me to the Knicks, I would not want to play for the New York Knicks. If you see how the organization treats its veterans like that.
That's a tough one.
All right, well, I'm Angela Yee, and that is your rumor report.
All right, thank you, Miss Yee. Charlamagne.
Yes.
Who you giving your donkey to?
Listen, man, I need the Grammy voting committee to come to the front of the congregation. We like to have a little word with them. Okay?
Okay.
That's all. We just want to have a little conversation. That's it.
All right. We'll
About
do
this
that.
whole album of the year thing.
We'll do that when we come back. Keep it locked. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Charlamagne, say the gang, dunk it other day. Charlamagne.
You are a donkey. It's time for Donkey of the Day.
Donkey of the Day does not discriminate.
I might not have the song of the day, but I got the donkey of the day.
So if you ever feel I need to be a donkey, man, hit me with the hee-haw.
Yeah, it's the Breakfast Club, bitches.
Who's donkey of the day today?
Yes, Donkey of the Day for Monday, February 13th goes to the Devil Damn Grammy Voting Committee. You know I don't give a damn about no Grammy Awards. I tell artists all the time, go where you're celebrated, not where you're tolerated, because it seems like award shows like the Grammys just don't always get it right. Now, I'm only talking about one specific moment from last night, and that moment came during the Best Album of the Year category, where Beyonce and Adele were nominated. Now, Adele won Song of the Year and Record of the Year for Hello over Formation. I personally wasn't mad at that because Hello was a better song than Formation to me. And y'all know, I'm a Pinkett Smith Winfrey Knows Carter, so if I can admit Hello was better than Formation, then Hello was better than Formation. But we not just talking about individual records, singles. Okay, I just knew that Beyonce was going to win Album of the Year because when it came to 25, Adele's album, and Lemonade, Beyonce's album, as complete bodies of work, wasn't even close. Okay, not to mention Adele opened up the Grammys, and we know Adele is an amazing vocalist. She's very talented. She makes great music. But on that stage, she is unseasoned chicken. Just a big piece of baked chicken with no seasoning on it, okay? Boring. The Tim Duncan, the vocalist. All right. Meanwhile, Beyonce performed at the Grammys last night, and it's crazy how people think she was using special effects and not her own superpowers. When she was leaning back in that chair, that was telekinesis. Okay, all that stuff you saw you thought was holograms. Nope, Beyonce is a telepath, like Professor Xavier, and was simply controlling our minds. Don't you ever in your life disrespect Beyonce's superpowers by calling them special effects, okay? Now, I stayed up until well past 11 on a work night to watch Beyonce win Album of the Year, and all I got to see was Beyonce get robbed, okay? And the very talented yet boring performer Adele walked away with Album of the Year for 25. Now, I don't knock anyone's blessings, especially when it comes to matter of opinion, because that's all the Grammy committee is, a bunch of people casting their opinions. But in this case, they absolutely positively got it wrong. And the Grammy committee should all feel foolish this morning because even Adele acknowledged during her acceptance speech and the press conference after the awards that she should not have won Album of the Year. Let's listen to her acceptance speech.
My artist of my life is Beyonce, and this album for me, the Lemonade album, was just so monumental, Beyonce. It was so monumental and so beautiful and soul-bearing, and we all got to see another side to you that you don't always let us see, and we appreciate that, and all us artists here adore you. You are our light. And the way that you make me and my friends feel, the way you make my black friends feel is empowering, and you make them stand up for themselves. And I love you. I always have, and I always will.
That's how you keep the beehive off your ass. Drop one of the clues bombs for Adele. She pulled an Eminem in 8 Mile. That's how you keep the beehive off your ass. I respect Adele's honesty, but I do feel like Adele missed a moment to use her privilege to combat prejudice. We understand Beyonce's music makes your black friends want to stand up for themselves, but I feel like Adele could have said Beyonce's music, Beyonce's messaging makes me want to stand up for my black friends and other black people experiencing racial injustice in America. That's the kind of messaging I would have liked to hear Adele deliver, but we'll discuss that in a second. Let's listen to Adele in the post-press conference, continuing to make the Grammy voting committee look clueless.
The reason I felt the need to say something was my album of the year is Lemonade. She is my icon of my whole life. So I felt the need to do it. Also, I feel like it was her time to win. My view is kind of what the does she have to do to win album of the year? That's also how I feel.
Great question. What more does Beyonce have to do to win Album of the Year at the Grammys?
Right.
On this album, she exposed her man's infidelity, stood up for the injustices that black people have been facing, gave you a video for every song on the album, debuted it as a special on HBO, empowered women, and had the majority of the country getting information? All Beyonce's chicken was seasoned to perfection. Adele, 25, on the other hand, not so much. But this isn't a knock to Adele. She's great, except for her stage show. But this is one of those times when the Grammys absolutely, positively got it wrong, and everybody knows it, including Adele herself. When an artist of Adele's caliber breaks her Grammy for Album of the Year in half to give the other half to Beyonce, that's when you know somebody got it wrong. Don't cry for Beyonce, though. When I hear stories like this, I think of a quote: "The only permission, the only validation, and the only opinion that matters in our quest for greatness is our own." And if anybody knows that, it's Blues Mama. Beyonce knows. Carter, please give the Grammy committee the biggest hee-haw. Oh, matter of fact, give them some of the sweet sounds and the hammer tones, some vocals.
You are the donkey of the day. You are the donkey of the day. Hee-haw.
All right. Thank you for that donkey today. Now, 800-585-1051. We're asking, how do you feel about Adele's comments? Were
Which
you
ones?
offended by them? The one where she says, Beyonce, my black friends, you stand up my black friends, make my black friends stand up for themselves.
I just told you, I feel like Adele missed a moment to use her privilege to combat prejudice. I feel like she could have said, Beyonce's music makes me want to stand up for my black friends and other black people experiencing racial injustice in America. I mean, of course, Beyonce's music makes her black friends want to stand up for themselves, but does it make you want to stand up for them?
We ain't only asking you, we're asking everybody. He said, I just answered 800-585-1051. We want to talk to the people out there.
I'm always ready.
We're asking, how do you feel about Adele's comments? Were you offended? Phone lines are wide open. Let's talk about it. 800-585-1051. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Time out. Do you know what year it is, man?
1990.
Monday, February 20th on VH1. Welcome to the dawn of the hip-hop revolution.
It's all here. The money, talent.
A story about hustle, hope, and making your mark.
Only a chosen few can make it.
To change the world, you have to change the game.
You either win it or you not.
The hustle starts right now.
Don't miss The Breaks. New series premieres Monday, February 20th at 9/8 Central, only on VH1.
If we're going to rebuild America, we're going to need to keep its workforce moving. So we need more auto techs to keep our cars, trucks, and SUVs on the road. Today's cars are more technology advanced than before, and you need to be able to read a computer scan as well as turn a wrench. Lincoln Tech's campuses in the tri-state area can help you build the skills that automotive employers are looking for. Classes are starting soon, and get ready to help rebuild America. That's lincolntech.edu.
BMW of Bloomfield is celebrating their President's Day sales event all month long. Stop by and check out our amazing deals on new BMW models. For example, lease a new 2017 BMW 320xi with xDrive for only $365 per month. That's right, $365 per month. BMW of Bloomfield, delivering customer happiness.
$46.89 total due at signing. 36 monthly payments of $365. No security deposit required. Offer expires 3/5/17. Call 888-492-5002 for details.
Time out. Do you know what year it is, man?
1990.
Monday, February 20th on VH1. Welcome to the dawn of the hip-hop revolution.
It's all here. The money, talent.
A story about hustle, hope, and making your mark.
Only a chosen few can make it.
To change the world, you have to change the game.
You either win it or you not.
The hustle starts right now.
Don't miss The Breaks. New series premieres Monday, February 20th at 9/8 Central, only on VH1.
O'Reilly. If you've been delaying that oil change, replacing those brake pads, or ignoring that check engine light, stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts and use your tax refund to take care of problems you've been putting off. Spend a little of your tax refund on your vehicle now and avoid costly repairs down the road. O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices every day.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Hey. Yeah, you. You're using iHeartRadio right now. Why don't you give iHeartRadio Plus or iHeartRadio All Access a try? Start a free 30-day trial. Canceling is easy. Make your iHeartRadio experience better. Instantly replay songs you love or save them directly to a playlist.